Hello and welcome to Movie Reviews 101 DVD update, and this is going to be part 2 of the Stephen King collection for the Stephen King Blogathon for October. And I'm going to kick things right off with one of the absolute classics of the whole thing, The Green Mile. This one is the one with Tom Hanks as the prison guard and Michael Clarke Duncan with an Oscar-worthy performance as the wrongly committed prisoner who's on death row and doesn't stand a chance of being freed, and the relationship. There's a bit of supernatural in it which is very important to everything that happens, but it is easily one of the most brilliant of all of Stephen King's ones. Next up we're going to go back to the early 80s and go with The Killer Dog Cujo. Now this is one that really has such a simple premise. The idea the dog becomes ravenous due to the rabies, and one mother and her daughter mother and son even, stuck inside the car trying to survive. The dog, St. Bernard, trying to get in. Everyone knows they're pretty big after seeing Beethoven. Next up, we're going to stay in the 80s and go with one with Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen, The Dead Zone. This one follows Christopher Walken's character, John Smith, who ends up in an accident and wakes up 5 years later from a coma with the ability to read what people will think will happen in people's futures. It's very, very good and has one of the most infamous kills, and it's directed by the great David Cronenberg. We're going to go into remake country now and bring out the third attempt at Kerry. Well, this one's actually quite shocking. I think there are some very positive things in this one, but the problem is it will never reach the levels of the original. I liked how they brought the added modern technology to the bullying side of it, because it shows how much she would have to deal with. It's just I don't feel like her character that they created had ever been bullied before the locker room scene. That's a bit harsh, and the other thing is I loved how they actually made Chris more of a villain this time. She just seemed like a cocky kid in the first one, but this one she seemed quite out to get people who seemingly wronged her. It's worth a try though, that one. Next up is one of the original televised ones. It's actually quite long, 3 hours long. It is Salem's Lot. This is the original of the one with David Soul, and it's about vampires living in a small town. It's quite a simple premise, this one. It reminds me a lot of what they ended up doing with 30 Days to Night, where some creatures invade the town and slowly start to take over. Very interesting one. Great one that paved the way to redesign the vampire genre. Next up, it's not actually the proper one, but I have a copy of The Creep Show, which is the series of 5 horror stories, each one a little bit twisted in their own way. It was obviously a good anthology. It's well worth a watch, that one, especially the one where Leslie Nielsen buries Ted Danson alive. Sticking with the ones that I've just got copies of, I've got the horrendous remake of Children of the Corn with David Anders. I can't believe how bad that one actually ended up being. Why did they remake it? I'm going to end this one with another one that's kind of disappointing in my view. It's The Diary of Eleanor Rimbaugh, which is the prequel to Rose Red. Rose Red I liked it, but it was one that really went under the radar and a lot of people missed. So if you saw it, you would like to know a bit more about Eleanor and the building of the Rose Red house, but this doesn't give you that. I'm sorry, it just wasn't good enough. There wasn't enough scares. Clearly say it was a made-for-TV horror. Anyway, that's it for this time with the Stephen King. There is going to be more, probably at least 2 more videos of the collection, that's how many I have. But whichever ones do you think I should make sure I have in this collection? And are you looking forward to what we're going to be giving you with all our reviews this month? Remember to like the video, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the channel, view the site for some written reviews, and tell me if you want to see me go into actual video reviews. I've been Darren, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.